time to talk about my new game. That is what you're seeing on the screen right now, hopefully, if all is working as intended. Yeah, it's been a little while, hasn't it? It really has. This is Fool's Metal. This is a... I guess I'm going to have to call it a 2D platformer, is what it is. The idea is you can break everything, much like my previous game, Fool's End, except there's a lot more interlinking breaking of stuff. And the main thing is that when you jump, every time you jump, you break the stuff below you, right? So now, I guess you can think about that as a way to dig downwards, really. If you want to look here, you can dig your way down. And then the other big thing that you may see there is we've got a grappling hook. So you can dig your way down and across, and if you find yourself trapped or want to navigate somewhere, you can grapple out. And so I'm just literally going to play through the first 10 minutes of the game just to show what's going on here. Some of the ideas I have, talk through them. Just a real informal update, basically, to show what I've been doing, that I have been doing something. Because while I haven't made a video in here for like a year or so, I have been working on this game since at least, well, I've been dedicated to it since January, really. It's not the only thing I've been working on, but it's been my main driver. So as I was saying, you jump and it breaks the surface below you. You can use it to find a way out. That little floaty blue orb thing that makes the big woo noise is essentially like the Aku Aku from Crash Bandicoot, and that when I die, if I die, I will have a small window of opportunity to survive and escape. Although in these early levels here, there's probably not much that will kill you. But similar to similar to Crash Bandicoot, once you get 100 of the gems on the ground, that's when you'll earn the second life. You know, like picking up the, was it Wumba fruit? I don't know what they call it. The Wumba fruit in Crash Bandicoot. This game is a lot more Crash Bandicoot inspired. I often think about things as a 2D Crash Bandicoot. Like I even tried taking the spin mechanic. Whoa. Those things, you don't really want to mess around with them. I'll show you how the orb second life thing works here. I'll let this fella kill me. And instead of killing me, you know, it's just giving me a little invulnerability window. Alright, these guys are not polished. I'll just skirmish around it. So yeah, you can still dig sideways, left to right. But you've got this new jumping to destroy terrain mechanic. That is probably the main novelty selling point I'm going for. I'm not selling points, right? The main, yeah, unique mechanic, the jump to break. And this is why I've got the grapple now as well, because the whoa, what's going on? The jump to break can often leave you, you know, low down in places that you don't really want to be. And so the grapple's kind of needed as a design solution to that. You know, you end up getting stuck in places where you didn't intend to get stuck, just from the nature of falling down. And then the grappling out is the easiest way to get around that. I've got these guys a bit overtuned at the moment, but they will blow up. So these are the Wumba fruit equivalent. Every block at the moment is dropping one gem, diamond, whatever you want to call it. And once you get 100, then you will upgrade and get that spark. Alright, these guys don't mess around. If you even touch them, they will kill you. But when they're knocked over, you can just run through them. You can see I'm rolling a lot. This is like a dodge roll that gives you a small invulnerability window. I could go into it, but I'll just let the events of this level take hold first. Yeah, see, one of the main things with this game I'm trying to do is have these, a lot of environmental destruction moments that aren't just coordinated by the player. So we've got this big rolling boulder here that's breaking anything in its way. And it's essentially a way for me to force the player through the level as well. This is similar to the lava that you can see above as well. But in my previous game, Fool's End, there was only really the lava to force the player to move through a level and to break up a level. Now the boulder serves a similar but different purpose. Alright, here's another unique mechanic to talk through here. Well, so I showed you the grapple, I've been using it in, you know, every level. Here we've also got what I will call a pudge hook. It's a, you know, you can throw a hook out and move things around you. It's got, it gives you another way to work through levels, right? It's a hard one because it's, I'm still trying to design ways where it forces you to use it. Like here, you're forced to hook that. There's probably not another way through the level otherwise. But because of the freedom, you know, the sandboxy nature of being able to break shit, there normally is a way around it without hooking. But yeah, here I believe you have to hook the dirt to get through. Oh shit! Alright. See, that's where the that spark second life came in, or the Aku second life came in handy there. The boulder would have killed me, but I ran through. And now I'm on the zip lines. These zip lines for me, I really enjoy using them, and I enjoy making them, and they are more or less directly taken from Rayman Origins, which I think Rayman has been a pretty big inspo for me this game. I love those two Rayman, like PS3 generation Rayman games, Rayman Origins and Legends, and I'll probably keep taking mechanics from them as I go on. They also are affected by gravity. This is probably not going to be a great example, but yeah, they drop with gravity, so you can kind of play around with them to how you see fit. And you can also hook them. So now it's actually not very useful at all, but I've destroyed my own situation. You can hook the zip lines. I don't know how useful that'll even be, but it's just kind of show off how interlinked the environment. The systems are really interlinked, right? Like you can hook and break pretty much anything. Oh, I got it. So the actual game will be the actual game will be a lot of mashing together all these systems over and over again. God, that's such a terrible way to describe it. I've said nothing. But yeah, hooking and breaking things in different ways that the player may or may not think of as they're working through it. You can hook enemies too. More as a way of rearranging them than hurting them. And I should tell you, I should have said this earlier, I've got like a Doom style finisher system. At this point it doesn't really serve you anything other than, you know, visual pleasure, but it will have some further purpose later, I think. So, and I've kept the multi-option navigation system from my previous game, but here I can go up, or I can try be creative with that. So I'm trying to give the player like these options. I mean, if they take the mainline path, or what they interpret to be a mainline path, and just, you know, get straight to the end of the level, that's fine. But if they want to break it and test the systems and find a new way up, it's golden with me, if not even better. These zip lines work both ways. It's probably a terrible idea. Oh, there you go. Now we're getting towards the end of the end of anything polished. Let's see what's going on here. I do want to make some big, like, chambery kind of levels. Yeah, let's skip through. Yeah, I'm at the point now where this first, like, dark caves biome, I'm pretty in general happy with. I mean, it's not polished per se, but yeah, I'm happy with the visual direction of it, and I've got a base set of like 10 levels that are looking pretty good. I probably want to get it more to around 20, yeah, 20 plus per biome, in which case this would still need more level creation throughout. But really what I'm trying to get to is that I need to make more biomes, and I'm in the process of doing that right now. Skip to where, yeah, here is like my draft or mock-up for my second biome, and obviously they've got the same enemies here, which it wouldn't in the actual game. And without being too vapid about it, like I've got this Steam store page here, right, and I want it to look and communicate to potential people who might be interested in the game that there is not just this one blue-grey cave level. There's going to be, I mean, I'm planning to have at least 5 different biomes in this game, so I need to be communicating it to people as soon as possible, even if these levels aren't necessarily polished and particularly playable, but just trying to, you know, show off that there is more than just this one stage. But yeah, this like Ember, I'm calling it like the Ember Forge, I think, has more than just these blue caves to it. And then I've got like another color scheme that I'm playing with and not particularly delighted with at this point. So this purple Ribena kind of zone probably won't look like that when we show off the game later, but this, you know, embery red zone likely will. And beyond that, like I am planning to have what would you call it? A hub town. Yeah, like in Shovel Knight they have the hub town that you can visit between levels. It's like a small little village where you can talk to maybe, I don't know, 6 to 8 characters. I'm planning to have pretty much that kind of system in the game as well, and I just have this dialogue system already working. This is obviously quite crude and not the kind of dialogue I would be going for in the actual game, but this is just me proving that I can get the dialogue system working. So he's like, you're a big one, and my character's actually going to be a silent protagonist, so this is not really how the game's going to work, but I'm just, you know, kind of prove a concept that the dialogue system works. And obviously the village here hasn't been made one bit, but it will exist in some form at some point. And I also, just last thing, I have this little room in my game. As you can see, it's got like sloppy visuals. You know, it's just not really a visual presentation room, but it's a mechanical test room where I want to try out like new little puzzles or gameplay moments that I will like tie into later levels. So for instance, here we've got these TNTs above you. This would be the kind of situation where the player would have to grapple up, break the rock above them to pull a TNT, and then that would trigger a moment of chaos or progression. And similarly here, we want the player to bait the jumpy creature. Jumpy creature gets baited and the TNT blows in there. And then beyond that, I don't know what else is going on with that, to be honest. Probably not very much. But yeah, zip lines, jumping and breaking, hooking stuff, boulders going through and breaking the level. This game has been, yeah, I've been cooking this for like probably effort about 6 months, and it's probably got another 6 to 9 months of production, I would say, to get it where I want to be. Obviously I'm working full time on unrelated things, so whether that actually gets done in 6 to 9 months, yet to be seen. But I'm enjoying working on it, and I thought it was time that I gave everyone a peek of what I've been working on. And as I was saying, I do have a Steam store page up for the game, so if anyone does for some reason want to follow the game, that wishlist button is the best way for me to see that people were interested at all. Yeah, happy to show it. I've been meaning to for a while, but I just had some funky things in the game that I wanted to smooth over a little bit beforehand, and yeah, stuff like that. But I mean, it's coming along. A lot of the art is to me placeholdery for now, but I'm liking this. My thinking of it is it's like a premium Flash game. You know, back in the day, we'd play games at school or at home, whatever, for free on like Cool Math Games and stuff, where they have like cartoony art style, like over the top violence, or just cartoony moments, and really simple to pick up and play, but kind of deeper than you expect at the same time. Like a recent example of a kind of game like that is Shotgun Cop Man, which, Shotgun Cop Man, yeah, this one. Like, this is the kind of scope of game I'm aiming for, something, a premium Flash game, you know, and the ilk of those games that were popular to play on Flash browsers back in the early 2010s or late 2000s, but bigger, with more content. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Shotgun Cop Man. This is like, yeah, this is the kind of scope I'm reaching for here. And I didn't play that very long today. Shit. That's why I haven't left a review. I do quite like this. I don't know. Boom. Yeah, this game's good shit, man. Good shit. I'll briefly dip into some other shit here, because this isn't the only game I've been working on, but it's like definitely the main one for me at the moment. But if I dip into Game Maker right now, which is the engine I still use, I've also got this. This is the other one I want to work on almost. Yeah, I want to work on this game simultaneously, and working on 2 games at once is not very easy, because I only really have, you know, a set amount of time per week I can actually make games. So while like Fool's Metal is really fun to work on, this game here I think is stupid. This one game I'm about to show you is really stupid, but I think it has a lot of potential. And this game is literally, it's called I'm Gonna Scroll, and it's literally a scrolling simulator. You are literally scrolling on a phone and getting a point when you do. This is the stupidest shit, and I love it. This game's gonna be back. You know, I'm gonna keep working on Fool's Metal. I'm gonna keep making videos about Fool's Metal, but you're gonna see updates about this game. This game that currently I'm calling I'm Gonna Scroll. This is my incremental scrolling game with ads. This is watch this game, because it's gonna probably take my time in the future. So I mean, look, the main takeaway here is I have been working on a spiritual successor to my game Fool's End. It's here. It's called Fool's Metal. I have got the Steam store page up. It's probably like another 6 to 9 months away. Let's be honest, it's a 9 months away. It's a project that's going to take another 9 months, which I'm pretty committed to getting done in that time. and I'm probably this game has got a long way to go. There's so shit like that in there, but the vision is there. I've got like one biome pretty visually locked in here. I'm pretty happy with how it's looking artistically and how it's controlling. Yeah, and if you think it looks kind of cool, it's worth following, then yeah, you can follow me here to get more updates, or you can wishlist the game on Steam. I think I'll be appearing here more regularly than I have been for the last year, as I've been working on these various projects, and now I've finally got one that I see end of the road for, even if the road is 9 months away. So yeah, anyway, nice to see you. I'll catch you on the flip.